Before taking the modeling industry by storm, Cara Delevingne grew up in a prestigious, high-society family with her father, Charles, an accomplished property developer, and her socialite mother, Pandora. The youngest of four, behind sisters Poppy, Chloe, and half-brother Alex Yaffe, Delevingne was raised in the lap of luxury and in the upscale and affluent Belgravia district of London, with her family tree overflowing with titled politicians, debutantes, millionaires, and a publishing magnate. Her childhood appeared idyllic to outsiders, but it was apparently all smoke and mirrors. What should have been a charmed upbringing was rife with drug abuse, depression, and frequent suicidal thoughts that followed her into adulthood. Even after making her mark on the modeling world, thanks to her iconic eyebrows and nearly perfect runway walk, she still struggled to maintain a sense of normalcy while battling the demons from her past. Here is Cara Delevingne's real-life tragic story. Being a well-known socialite during her heyday eventually caught up with Delevingne's mom, Pandora. She was described by Esquire magazine as a manic-depressive person who'd struggled with heroin and prescription pill addictions for most of her adult life. Sometimes, Delevingne and her siblings have had to live with me being too ill to mother them, which has been agony for me, Pandora told Tatler magazine in 2004. Looking back on her mother's addiction, Cara Delevingne told Esquire, "She was sick a lot, in the hospital a lot, and there were times when she would leave for quite a long time and I wouldn't know where she was. It wasn't until she was much older that Delevingne's sister, Poppy, clued her in on her mom's heroin addiction. Despite her mom's struggles, Delevingne still holds a great deal of affection for her. She was an incredible mother, she always had so much love," she explained. Once she was made aware of her mother's addiction, Cara Delevingne's world began to crumble at her feet. "I think I properly started dealing with depression when I was about 16, when all the stuff with my family started to make sense and came to the surface," she told Esquire. Pretending that everything was fine, learning how to become a pro at suppressing her emotions, and trying to be strong for the sake of her mom eventually caught up to the model and actress, and the pressures of wanting to do well in school to make her parents proud caused her to have a mental breakdown. She was pulled out of school for 6 months when she turned 16 after she agreed to go on medication in exchange for not being hospitalized. But the medication had a negative impact on her mood. "I didn't feel shit. It was horrible. I was like a sociopath," she said. She revealed that she felt numb for a period of 2 years up until she decided to stop taking her medicine when she was 18. She proved to be a multifaceted star when she revealed her modeling, beatboxing, singing, and acting prowess to the world. And it was the latter that helped her snag a role in the 2017 film Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets. In an interview with GQ magazine, the movie's director, Luc Besson, mentioned how fearless Delevingne appeared on set. Addressing the model, he noted, "For me, you look so free, and at the same time, sometimes your skin shows an anxiety inside." Delevingne responded by explaining that she experiences psoriasis, a condition that can be greatly inflamed by stress. "Inside, I have so many fears. I work in an industry where I care about what other people think, and I'm nervous all the time. If I don't admit that it's going on, it comes out in my skin," she told him, admitting that it's difficult for her to cry and show emotion. Delevingne said the scaly, dry patches that show up on her skin are her body's way of releasing bad feelings. Everybody's body develops at its own pace, but this concept was apparently difficult for some of Delevingne's classmates to grasp. As a self-proclaimed late developer, she was relentlessly teased during her formative years. "I felt alienated and alone because I was like, what's wrong with me?" she told The Guardian. Instead of lashing out at her bullies, she told the publication that she turned her anger on herself, saying, "Instead of using my sword and shield to protect myself, I just put my shield up and stabbed myself." As one could imagine, Delevingne doesn't look back on her early years with fondness. In fact, she equated being a teenager with being on a roller coaster to hell. Thankfully, at the time of her interview with The Guardian, she was ready to put her tormentors and her traumatizing experience behind her, telling the publication, "Time moves on, feelings pass, it does get better." While her sisters excelled in school, Delevingne was the complete opposite. She was pulled out of her classes to meet with the mental health professionals. As Delevingne admitted to Vogue magazine, she would toy with these people in an attempt to frustrate them so that they would drop her as a patient. As a child, she was misdiagnosed several times, including at the age of 9 when she was told that she read at the level of a 16-year-old. And when she finally turned 16, she was told that she had the reading ability of a 9-year-old. She was eventually diagnosed with dyspraxia, a developmental disorder in which people have trouble coordinating their thoughts and movements, which is ironic considering she now gracefully sachets down a runway for a living. After she was sent off to a Hampshire boarding school called Bedales, she eventually dropped out to follow her sister Poppy's footsteps and try her hand in the modeling industry, Vogue reported. Thankfully, her risky decision definitely paid off. And that's all for today's video. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments section down below. I hope that you found this video interesting, and if you want to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing to my channel. See you in the following video with some more of the latest updates, and until then, stay tuned!